Hello, it's me again, and it's already midnight. I'm thinking about dying, and death too, but from a different point of view than in my first video. And what I'm thinking about is that when you ask most people how they would like to die, and what circumstances would they prefer, they usually say that they would like to die in their sleep, so they won't even know. But to me personally, this is a very creepy or strange option, because if you start dying fully awake, for example in a heart attack or choking anything, then you can still try to do something with your situation. You can call ambulance, you can try to save yourself. Yes, you have the possibility to do something. But when you die in your sleep, then you just pass, and you have zero possibility to do something about it unless it wakes you up and you realize what's going on and you react really quickly. I personally wouldn't choose death in sleep. No, really not. It's true that death in sleep might be a little better than burning to death or drowning or something like that, but it's still not an option I would prefer if I could. I guess I should make a top list of deaths or something like that. I'm also thinking whether I would prefer painful death while awake or a painless death in sleep. I guess it would really depend on what kind of death it would be. For example, being burned alive. I don't know, maybe I would probably choose the painless death in bed, because even if you survive burning alive, then you would most likely be in a pretty fucked up state. That would still be pretty close to being actually dead. It will be a fate worse than death to survive that, I guess. So burning to death is not an option I would prefer over dying in sleep. But how about drowning? I was already drowning, and it's pretty unpleasant, but still you can end it. Like, if you really want to end your life underwater quickly, then I guess you should just try to inhale as much water as possible. You have this possibility to either try to do your best to survive or instantly kill yourself. I like possibilities. And this brings me to another topic, and that is, what kind of death might be the worst? Well, when it comes to conventional ways of dying, like those you can achieve by normal circumstances, then I guess it's burning alive, or being impaled and left unable to move, and being slowly eaten by flies. But that is already rare. When it comes to creative ways of dying, then I think that the worst way of dying is probably by being skinned, and left on the sun. Yeah. And then you would slowly get infections in your wounds, being eaten alive by flies and other insects, slowly dying. Unless you die of shock while being skinned. That's also a possibility. And what might be the best way of dying? This is more interesting, actually. Because what criteria to choose? It is true that when dying, your brain releases a shitload of chemicals that make it much easier for you to leave. But I think that overdose on some sort of drugs could be a nice death if they really bring you into a state where you really don't know about yourself. But I'm not sure, because from what I have seen and what I have read, then heroin or cocaine overdose are not as pleasant.